Cooking for the first time can feel like stepping into a new world, one filled with unfamiliar tools, strange-sounding ingredients, and mysterious techniques. But with the right approach, even the most inexperienced cook can transform simple ingredients into delicious, satisfying meals. Whether you're preparing food for yourself, your family, or friends, the journey from beginner to kitchen confidence is more accessible than you might think. In this guide, we'll walk through the basics of step-by-step cooking for first-timers, introduce you to some tasty and approachable recipes, and share time-saving tricks to make every meal a success. Let's begin by demystifying the kitchen. Before you even pull out a pan, take a moment to familiarize yourself with your workspace. Locate the essential tools: cutting board, knife, pots and pans, stirring spoon, measuring cups and spoons, and perhaps a colander for draining. Next, organize your ingredients. Read through your recipe from start to finish, gathering everything you need before you start. This will help you move smoothly through each step and avoid any last-minute scrambles. The first and perhaps most crucial step in any cooking adventure is preparation, or, as chefs call it, mise en place, meaning everything in its place. Wash and chop your vegetables, measure out your spices, and lay out your proteins. Taking a few extra minutes to prep at the outset will save you time and stress as you cook. Let's start with a classic, beginner-friendly recipe: a one-pan vegetable stir-fry. It's healthy, customizable, and comes together quickly. Begin with your vegetables. Broccoli, bell peppers, carrots, and snap peas are all great choices. Rinse them well, then slice them into bite-sized pieces. For the protein, choose chicken breast, tofu, or shrimp. Cut your protein into even pieces for consistent cooking. Place a large skillet or wok over medium-high heat and add a tablespoon of oil. Once the oil is shimmering, add your protein. Season lightly with salt and pepper and cook until browned and cooked through. Remove the protein from the pan and set aside. In the same pan, add another small drizzle of oil, then toss in your chopped vegetables. Stir frequently, cooking for 4 to 5 minutes until the veggies are crisp tender. Return the protein to the pan and finish with a simple sauce: soy sauce, a splash of sesame oil, and a pinch of sugar. Stir everything together, and in under 20 minutes, you have a vibrant meal ready to serve over rice or noodles. One of the best time-saving tricks in the kitchen is to cook in batches. If you're chopping vegetables, prepare a little extra and store them in airtight containers in the fridge. These prepped veggies can be tossed into salads, omelets, or pasta dishes throughout the week, cutting down on meal prep time later. Next, let's try a hearty one-pot pasta, a comforting dish that's as simple as it is satisfying. To begin, gather your ingredients: pasta, a can of diced tomatoes, garlic, onion, olive oil, and fresh basil. Chop the onion and mince the garlic. In a large pot, heat a splash of olive oil over medium heat. Add the onion and cook until soft and translucent, about 3 minutes. Stir in the garlic and cook for another minute until fragrant. Pour in the can of diced tomatoes, along with their juice, and add a generous pinch of salt. Fill the pot with enough water to cover the pasta, about 4 cups for every 8 ounces of dry pasta. Bring the mixture to a boil, then add the pasta directly into the pot. Stir occasionally to prevent sticking, and let the pasta cook until tender hiss and the sauce has thickened, about 10 minutes. Just before serving, stir in a handful of fresh basil leaves. The starch from the pasta will help thicken the sauce, creating a creamy, delicious result with minimal cleanup. Don't be afraid to experiment with flavors. If you like a little heat, add a pinch of red pepper flakes. For extra richness, finish with a sprinkling of grated Parmesan cheese. And remember, recipes are guides, not rules. Adjust seasonings and ingredients to suit your tastes and what you have on hand. For those with a sweet tooth, a simple dessert can be just as easy. Try a classic fruit crisp. Choose your favorite fruit. Apples, berries, or peaches all work well. Slice the fruit and toss it with a little sugar and a squeeze of lemon juice. Spread the fruit in a baking dish. In a separate bowl, mix together oats, flour, brown sugar, and a pinch of salt. Cut in cold butter until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. Then sprinkle the topping over the fruit. Bake in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until the fruit is bubbling and the topping is golden brown. About 30 minutes. Serve warm, perhaps with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, for a comforting homemade treat. When it comes to saving time in the kitchen, a few smart strategies can make all the difference. Invest in a good chef's knife. Keeping it sharp will make chopping quicker and safer. Clean as you go, washing dishes or wiping counters between steps, so you're not left with a mountain of mess at the end. And don't overlook the power of shortcuts. Pre-washed greens, frozen vegetables, and rotisserie chicken can speed up meal prep without sacrificing quality. Meal planning is another powerful tool for new cooks. At the start of the week, jot down a list of simple meals you'd like to make. Check your pantry for staples like rice, pasta, beans, and canned tomatoes, and build your grocery list around what you already have. Planning ahead helps reduce last-minute stress and food waste, and ensures you always have the basics for a quick, tasty meal. Let's tackle breakfast next, a meal that can be both nourishing and quick. Overnight oats are a perfect example of make-ahead convenience. In a jar or container, combine rolled oats with milk or yogurt, a drizzle of honey, and your favorite toppings. Think sliced bananas, berries, or a spoonful of nut butter. Stir well, cover, and refrigerate overnight. In the morning, you'll have a creamy, ready-to-eat breakfast that took only minutes to prepare the night before. Eggs are another beginner-friendly staple, endlessly versatile and quick to cook. Scrambled eggs, for example, only require a few basic steps. Crack 2 or 3 eggs into a bowl, add a splash of milk or water, and beat with a fork until well mixed. Heat a non-stick pan over medium-low heat and add a little butter or oil. Pour in the eggs and let them sit for a few seconds, then gently stir with a spatula, scraping from the edges toward the center. Continue to cook, stirring occasionally, until the eggs are just set but still soft and creamy. Season with salt and pepper, and serve with toast or sautéed vegetables. If you're looking for a time-saving lunch, consider wraps or salads. For a simple chicken wrap, spread hummus or mayonnaise on a tortilla. Layer with sliced cooked chicken, lettuce, and sliced tomatoes, then roll it up tightly. For salads, use pre-washed greens as a base, and top with whatever protein, veggies, or cheese you have on hand. A basic vinaigrette can be made by whisking together olive oil, vinegar, a touch of mustard, and a pinch of salt and pepper. As you gain confidence, try branching out into new flavors and cuisines. Stir-fries can take on Thai, Chinese, or Mediterranean profiles with a change of sauce or spices. Pasta can go Italian, Greek, or even spicy Cajun. The key is to start simple, master the basics, and build from there. Cooking is not just about feeding yourself. It can be a creative outlet, a way to unwind, and an opportunity to connect with others. Don't worry about perfection. The occasional overcooked vegetable or too salty sauce is all part of the learning process. Each meal you prepare builds your skills and your confidence. Along the way, don't forget to savor the process. Enjoy the aromas as garlic sizzles in oil, the vibrant colors of fresh produce, the satisfaction of turning simple ingredients into something delicious. Share your meals with friends or family when you can. A home-cooked meal, no matter how simple, is always appreciated. To recap, successful cooking for first-timers boils down to a few key principles. Prepare your ingredients before you start. Keep your workspace organized. Start with simple, reliable recipes. And don't be afraid to experiment. Embrace shortcuts and time savers, like prepped vegetables, one-pot meals, and make-ahead breakfasts, to make cooking less of a chore and more of a pleasure. With these steps and tips in hand, you're well on your way to creating tasty meals with confidence. The kitchen is yours to explore. Every meal is a new opportunity to learn, to create, and to enjoy. Happy cooking!